Jamagana phone na akwaba edebe neat 100.9 jumedie ye freno eye the torchlight ye the torchlight ye the brewe benada ene ya wade bia ebra ye de kase bona brewe wie no na ya tena sine the torchlight na hyehyɛ so eye nyina ya to adwen ne ye ho kwan pa e befa so na ama oman no etimi akonkan midin AGYEMANG Jerry OSEI AGYEMANG na mede aseda be ma pious be du banse na womi obene wa ena eye Abdullahi Dasmani womo ne bomi chidoma yedi dwumedie yede ebrew ebrano brano ewedi 100.9 so isama kodo ene yeba bedi ho enkomo na yebehwe oman no sadia enuoma ekoso ewomu seisei oman no baby ayegina enuoma mutesen IMF okra ba ko yez ese yehwe no magwagosi ebreben na yetimi anya bibi ayebetimi da so yasene sen ene etie free sabrin kopim se yebenya eye support bi ede free IMF no mepacho na montuo no etesen economy no etesen Dr. Baumia ne kan say economy ne no anu ubotom eti enanwubre bibisa se economy ne no anu ubotom dia na ubotom no etesen ewo ho sen na ubotom no etie well ni nyina no eye nsema ne ye baba bi di onkomo ewodi 100.9 DDM ye mampanyin dada ekasai edifa eye Ghana yesika sem totoye ne no amabi a ekoso nsem ni bi kro kan ne kra ne se na nado danko akufu ado ya na dwen se obeyusu eye judiciary no na ode reduce eye parliament eye these four numbers na me some statements na metia na me yem shimi o being treated as trivial eye ensema ana no washe because to what extent that they be and they be accused say president Eden say keka the judiciary it is say yemfa ne say aban esesa do we still maintain the position say judiciary no omampanyi bi timi de ne sa ekeka na do we still maintain that position and aban esesa dia judge fu wo ma na ebe wo ho eti aban esesa na woman so asesa na well ana somebody bi ho a yeti ana ye de atoto ho said ya yeman no yebu oman no edifa because your constitution a ye mrabata ye de bu man no constitution and the SCA the titiru the various institutions said ya the arms of the government to be a the juma it is a kobase yesusu say one arm of the government ba ku timi influence ba ko a ene na yekoya na ye bai say no credia na yekoya na say ye bai eti ye behwe ye bedi hu komo na Dr. Muhammadu Baumia enso me ka say wakasa adabia no say o ka say obe prefer so obe prove the critics wrong obe prove wrong efa the digital agenda digitalization agenda no obe prove the critics wrong na okane sana na yibisa say o prove the critics wrong said the same ho iti ni nyina no yebedi won komo ne abedwafo ebebe fie ha no be wo oti regional organizer edema NPP Felix Ade obeba ha Oti Region Deputy Communication Officer dema NDC your friend Abraham Wafo ono so ebeba ha Saranso ena bewo Samuel Ayikwe Samuel Ayikwe Central Regional Chairman edema Liberal Party of Ghana ono so ebebe fia ha wome de ba betena se na ne menu omo edin komo NPP conference e call so ede the fallout so far ye call so kwanya conference no course on the general in the BBC say when it comes to internal elections and course we amanu kwa hudu mu a dear lessons na ebetumi aso free mo na dear na ebetumi ayenso aboa ama internal elections no somebody could be yes such internal elections na ebetumi akoye the kind of executives are MPP for yi your assessment so far it is saying edema na Kofi Akpalu His Excellency Festival Kofi Akpalu or the leader and founder of the Liberal Party of Ghana. They say the Tuesdays biano ofri officer anu ababe bwura anu ababe sraye tano wa na dwen iti Kofi Akpalu ewa govi ya mwajo
mejo so Magjerry
na on te say
Magjerry nyakopon no medini ye bibia ye fine
ye de nyakopa say LPG no meko say
oh nyakopon na adumara kwa LPG ye jena so pa a party no ekọ pa you say there am ka no sonkon
abo wo form
papa
Ghana for humo mo ye visible on ground
papa
sa
oh they are tasha me status bo hu say ya na mama tiza kakra ho no
e dey na course of form
ma for you adwuma pa e say no unfriendly pass bia o ma you obi a you say no ajenkwa na ne Kofi Akpalu
oh sir
because Ghana for how nyina me na kid gutame a metimi e dey bie wo mo nobody can transform Ghana apart from me nobody apart from me nobody because me na ko say let's see me e me am my way say me beji o man nsie so hu me jo man nsie na me nya hihye ya be bo ma obi bie o man bi ahoto no so ye MPP ni we ye NDC ni we ye LPG ni enfa hu ye hia ne so we ye Ghana ni je se bia be bia na se bo Ghana ni bia ma ne die iti o se de bia me ba ha ma me ta ka me say aban we or opportunity say people like us omo be involve we ni ama omo small ni man kitu bi amoma yama omo ahenha
involvement in terms of appointment bi na call
oh no necessarily that necessary appointment but I say obetima gi nipa na dwen
okay
na waboa o because maybe we visa ban we ya betima boa no we dem meche no maybe they say you have to use sovereign money they be because some no say sovereign money you cannot grow your economy if you don't use sovereign money
near the
sovereign money no sika ye wa wo dia wa na wudi wa na ohwe so they meche no because what I've seen is the government only relies on borrowing from the commercial banks to do their projects. Commercial bank money so they ko pressure na the otoma. Abraso also go Bank of Ghana. Let's can so one try.
And a Bank of Ghana e crowd ye zero finances. Say ye pese ye dey sakwa bobo wo busika bu krana amana kwa ko ye bibie wo ho. Eti sika no na try ye na ekono
na America for omuhia bi no man ono man na e bi gu sita ni mo mu use.
Ebia no wo ma ho de o metime atwa agum na ye ha na ko ye adwuma ba.
Na so this can go na ye adwuma. The Magjerry ye sia wo sisi e. Me ye sure say bosome so a otua tax.
Yeah.
E de ma ban. In fact, me use figure bi keke. Ebia bosome so e ma 5,000 cedis. Na ya to tax. Ebia be 20%. They come out by.
Yeah.
Now start to Senate. We are 10%. We are 5.5%. Now start to come out by. Now one employer it be a piece so 12.5% account when come out by. Okay. Now the account seminar the coffee no. We are two be ni na be 1,000 something. That can 30,000 plus in the good town. Only drew ya or the to ade bia no. But you have VAT.
Aye.
Abaya sa to VAT. Esa kwa aban ho. Nti debe ne si aban kwan se. Obema wo. Ika ba wonsem. Na tambia no tuma ayesa ne matwetwa sa tase no. Eti aban bia oye onyema wonbo ama sika ma nkofo nsem. Ema muntumi expedis ka no sei no. Ubere onya tas. Tambia the pressure beto ho so. Nti aban eso wen hihye ya. Tambia nipa no mo man mu bia be contribute. Nti wo munya adwuma no eso wen hihye ya omutumi nya adwuma ye. Eni kwa sa ohun sa branch a oye able a eso ye adwuma ne na mabonten. Say ye officer na mabonten. say you see, I got a soldier for na police for. But who's something? Nipa be stand like ting. Nipa be say 200,000 young men and women able bodied. Much my if I no money na nya adwuma. It did see aban kwan say. Aban say oh I say me twasika. I say sika no me dem ebo amnante no. No mo di dwuma be contribute to the state. There's nothing wrong. Sika de and I say my kan ade bi man me be kan headline ke man kan inside no what is in there. Almost say IE
what was survey no ma ye no.
Almost say aban
no the policy rate, you know.
Almost say Bank of Ghana should do what?
Raise the policy rate, you know.
Me no more nya adwen.
Sir.
Man kan ade no kwa me hu ade kro mbe so mo kire. But the moment no mo use say increase the policy rate, you know. Ama me hu say IE for no. Em say the cost of Ghana no mo nche dante ase. Because unim omadwen say inflation wa Ghana ha no ma a demand pull inflation. There's nothing like demand pull inflation in Ghana. Everything going on in Ghana is cost push. Now cost push naga is increase policy rate. Minia na be so dey na isi wo man. Na say ohian na be say more wo man ni mana. Boom, eti hwe these are some of people omuna deciding near mama ye wo man. Eti na ho kire ye no. Because two policy rate man. What you are doing is that you're going to encourage people to do savings. And I'm no go to treasury bills. Don't talk treasury bills and I say crowding out. What's this kind of free system? If kind of free system no. Ebema sika boyedin. Kaso boyedin. And then my boss over there. So in a way, you are not helping the economy. You are rather increasing the problem. And I crash for no more. Etena see omo dwene saa omo de bae no mesro ma ala omo sam kwatena see bi omo san nyene ho bi because me dem kan kura me hu headline keke na go for system no montimu bi ana
it also the Institute of Economic Affairs asking the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to increase the monetary policy rate by another 100 to 150
basis point.
Basis point.
It's 1.5%.
And this is the head of the Central Bank MPC's press conference on Monday, July 25th, which might see the review of the MPR, that the monetary policy rate,
to
stem the high level of the inflation in the country. I'm going
to say,
increase your policy rate. Controlled.
No. Problem, I want the problem, and I say the problem here is the cost push. What you say? And I say almost like the built-in inflation so by become starting from July, maybe say a cola na 15%. And we find built-in inflation. Into so never become. But problem now was that what you was a type or trainers are type everywhere. And what the Amagana for say so why are there? I can't say. If you have these people managing our economy, the economy will collapse.
That's the way they are here for that suggestion.
That's
Bank of Ghana for no.
na good Bank of Ghana hono. The same agenda. Oh say, I can textbook be. Not textbook when say, oh yes, I know you pay inflation, then increase the basis point. And textbook one over the year and Kruma. I didn't want a practical. Think. No say I'm expecting the MPR for to reduce the policy rate. And I'm saying you say be or mine I'm for to move. Now, hey, Marjorie, we are sure say a buying way. One of so be mango for Tom. Because why are you going to increase policy rate? Tabrewi. Hey, what's that?
Or increase or review upwards adjustments.
That's all, yeah. President Betungo for Krumano. But man go for a watch your more. And yet, good suggestion, cry. Me who headline can because the time we are in, you need to understand what has contributed to the inflation. Ghana Hanum contractors na yentu your mokano. And ama inflation na Ghana Hanum din. Because nipa no akoye adwuma wontua ne ka ebe de sika bakrum esika makruma na unu se me sika kakra me wo no Magari ofi se me jane CDC di ato I rather go and buy dollar na me $2 be ma dollar boy yetin na dollar boy no yetin a enam se o ma we yem produce bibia o hanu bibia ko fa fira ma no neba nti no ebe ma ne ma boy yeden ayetin eti eno na ama inflation aba asa inflation na aba no eye cost push because sika bia ni krom one sika abu krom Magari
yeah
Ghana ni be no sika abu o shebi
sika de mu okrom
enti no policy rate na utum no utum for day policy rate na omuso omutum no ana omuso je se omutum no na ombe so mo chese sika be na akoye fra omanim e da kogu bank sika be so we have a very big problem. It is a MPR for no mutia where they are free consultation, free advice from their mom where Minjumska. They shouldn't. It is rather reduce the policy rate because I want to mining for bleedy. I'm for bleedy. I'm for bleedy brutal. We need to change. Now I'm not in a LPG Liberal Party. Yes, and say Wabamu Sabri we are. Kabusia bi o ba bibia no ye bepe ne de tue contractors ni nyina aka ne mum sika bakrom a amafo ho ayeden ahen ha wo mo fo ho chiro mo e se oton ade ayento
anokre
na to se sika ni krom ti be ne amafo beto ba hwe ti sa inflation na ye ento ade no ni sa inflation e sika free krom we are you getting it? It's a year for where did they come from? Where are they coming from? I don't know. But what you say?
It's almost so the idea and fact.
Where there some could move school fees no refund. Because with the PhD for where the mom why Messi you come
here. Or say what should inform the MPC, that's the Monetary Policy Committee decision. Or say we have repeatedly drawn attention to the fact that the current inflation as well as the past inflations in Ghana, a strong supply or cost undercurrents. A careful analysis of the disaggregated CPI shows that food, fuel, and transport are major drivers of the recent inflation. Further, imported inflation has become elevated, reflecting the effect of the steep exchange rate depreciation in the past year or so. So unfortunately, these supply or cost factors are factors that the PR in and of itself can hardly influence. Indeed, relying on the PR alone to fight inflation could even be the counterproductive. They are justifying it. But it's a food inflation. So maybe the point is,
now
Bank of Ghana.
I'm moved your Bukruma.
Somebody do well.
I'm one of the son. Oh, cry. And go Oye and Coco Ukruma. And go Funu Yako Cran and Deba.
Yeah, you've been here, a crack, a
fish, Yako Cran and Deba. In Sunny man, a cranny Dibanina. Then any bobedy. It's in the Bonnie, now almost Nisicana a boo krum. And Uncle for the Cotonia mana, and your manas is kind of butcherman, my boy Cosro. Sicadi Gromo. It's the idea of a year Masicano as a free krum. We don't wait. I'm for whom met you. So what I say? I'm for whom met pa. People are bleeding. No, the mum, yeah, Liberal Party, and the catch Ghana for say, so mother. Then, when a good solution, never to my boy Ghana for a moment. It is she Munis Sabri with party and Kewabema. The Bejo send your contractors in Naka. There'll be a Juma activities because say BBI hot. Everything is stopped. Everything is stored here in Ghana. It's LPG. Your solution is a set money a year to money make a canon. Now I'm not yet to me Jumaye. Now my bow was to near Jumaye. It's a crash out for crab a bleedy. I shall for air complaining papa. So guy now when I'm gonna be new to let be a whole lie. So everybody is complaining in this country. I saw for a complaining because it's Caribbean on I got to correction and I got to tight hwe emrantie omo nam kurom omo ho ofe omo gina omo na so pa omo ni adwuma ye very serious.
Okay.
We need to do something about more money adwuma ye. Na minia say one district one factory na aban ye. Esa aban man ani ko ho bim. Kana eso me di bi wura ho no. Na nkofo mo produce na mo tim produce ni ma.
Na adesika ni ko wura ho. Ana abana ko launch. Say one district one factory.
One district one factory no.
Say package anomode ma omo no. We need a stimulus package anomode ma omo no. It means so much in a year.
I think they should pump more money in there.
Well, they are working on a young woman because Casa de Ropa. One more complaint, he said they needed about $10 million. And some woman to me, exactly. But meanwhile, they're part of the one district, one factory.
Yeah, and you know,
it's a must say the production and one more, you know, and some of any 150 direct workforce in Ukraine, Nipa Bay 35, you know,
even apart from workers in Ukraine, don't say import substitution. You're more producing. Na hunya se be sense ka ko sa de mani bi ma begu kuro we mu di obi produce biano e se so masine ye na nye sika mfiamfia bi a $1 million $2 million se fa business dey business na betum dey Ghana the problem is I say ya de kese na esuro o minimum so oti dem na sia o say we are afraid to open the factory bi a the best $100 million.
I say a call for two of the other Mukakran na yecho.
A photo be.
And yeah, or mine photo.
Only say
because AGYEMANG supporter on the Mayan. Available funds and one more Chanika Kanka.
You do know why? Because activities now or money munusa.
Business activities now.
Business activities in Nusa and Tiama almost the taxes no more above one number the Yomoduma. So I just say, there should be improvement. There should be something moving. Minia Marjorie. Minimum there. One day, one for no. Only discover room for second room.
Okay.
I buy within the next 6 months. Deliberate policy. So pesca. No, what they might do a moon. I bet some Ghana for. I ain't got craving from one. Within the next 6 months, you know. It's a buy said the Jessica say, my Jessica be $100 million. You did diamond. You diamond kwa we monkwa. Ya perfume rice. They gonna form perfume rice pa. In diamond because $100 million would be a bit to make diamond pa. Be a company's better repair. Near support war more with that amount of money. The diamond in to the tune one a bit my feeding Ghana. What you say? I buy $100 million or so tell you room. Na nkoko na ayewe no e said that e di mu best $80 million a year nkoko then $20 million e dua bro e dey support poultry no the next 6 months no that how na e namni na to betwa because anybody di me asa once sa branch e oba ya okuta pan dokono ba ko say de ben oba ya
oba end this conference na
na okuta dokono no
doctor utukono
ni na do be so che say e kom e din kofo the dokono ko aboa ye you know deliberate policy you know we said that $100 million Ghana cedis dollars $100 million equivalent which is about let's say 1 billion
1 billion cedis
1 billion cedis a bank of Ghana honum
who this
Ghana next Ghana e wa adwinim Marjorie
yeah this is kaso say na ama vo bi
scan so Ghana it so akase e be so the fiscal so what you say fiscal dey so te so na 100 mil me ba o akufo do buy o twa fiscal we bi no obusa ho say fiscal we akufo do no twa na me bo a
ene dey
we 100 omu twa 2019 1st November 2019 omu twa fiscal pieces do omu twa
ini
to bi any pieces obi aso musa question do say 100 series note no obi any
e boy ka ho say
and say him do be hu kai boy and 200 cedis note so obi aso nim do omu twa it ya afahin. That's the question. Me free say ye twawe makumaku 1 billion pieces and 100 billion cedis Now the 100 billion is real economy, ma. Do you know what it will do? And some also create e-cash.
Yeah.
Also create e-cash. Okay, Majari.
Yes, sir.
Now what treasure is coming out the amount is farmers. So we the diamo. Yes, I would say mo could dini kwa. Omu di diamo ye share omu so make so omu di diamo. 1 billion Ghana cedis within a short time. We don't need dollar to do it. We need only cedis to do it. It is 1 billion Ghana cedis equivalent. Whether equivalent of $100 million dollars. 1 billion cedis. Ye di diamo the next 6 months. What's 1 billion Ghana cedis? What's ye di yen kokonkwa. Okofa kokwa free kokofuna aba de bim. Okokra aba.
The period between this time, time, you bring support from the IMF, you know. These are some of the intermediaries, I say.
Exactly. It just do it this simple thing. A Chescano, a diamonco, a monco, a mon yet or mono. Huh? Like a Chesca. Let's all print paper with you. You create an account, a ledger account. So the money will be credited into somebody's account. What I mentioned, say bank transactions, a quani approve. Paper working. You don't need to print paper now. Say, you can also why you boost your bank there?
Yeah, my job is here.
Can't scan the man. I say, I'm to account.
The account, is it?
Bank of Ghana can credit government account with that money. Say the 100 billion. The yes, our project we also saying 1 fine yard, DBA. A bit create inflation. But who are dear pot ya there? It will not create any inflation. Where you're free, may the chair buy main free. You do this, and within 6 months, yes, I go for more. Yes, I go cram kuku funaba. Majari fish. Come krum voter regina.
Yeah.
Wait me aso omo asene. Am my year fish. Omo nya cedis, omo nya dollar. So you give them money, support, then we produce fish in a society. Fish never crab and in within a short possible time, then go cram a beam. Tell you my way. I saw you planting for food and jobs.
Planting for food and jobs. Now, rearing for food and jobs.
Planting for food and jobs. That's a be alcofa. Obi man be on 2 acres. Be one food that on 2 acres be that. Or no aton the brood ya. So them Janaka also the broke commander and create job be because on an did that. It's you job will be a critic. But says canon. We crochet have plans for food and jobs. And no more a pet company bear 4, 5, 10. And I'm say, says going near the support to Mumbie farms, industrial farms, big farms. Now recruit 2 workers no money. Then you will see planting for food and jobs. Now me food that. Now bring me most in India and I saw bring me Bruce in India. Many are broke free in media, but directly, you won't find a job because already be occupied. But I'm not telling about one goofy no money and what poor man. And I say, oh, the more farms, they have big farms. Be a best 1,000, 2,000 acres. No mugum, no more yajuma. What am I saying? Equipment, be a helicopter, no more, ma acquire my no more spray farms and so. And the friend industrial farm. And the friend planting for food and jobs. This is what LPG will do.
Okay.
Eti, Majari, Ajenkwano, and one at 20 me.
Ghana for Aqualu Percival.
Ajenkwan, so the Ajenkwano so.
Ajenkwa Kofi Akpan.
Exactly. They say, dear man for the Ephraim and they say, Messiah. Because, Master, a name I hear cano. It looks so simple, but it's doable. America for none year, Omukwa Muchirimin. I'm got some here $3 trillion US dollars. So, Mama, IMF, when I'm IMF.
Debbie, woman, the child,
Mucha di Gum,
Muchiche Bima, one citizens.
So be Bindi. And now, for UK, almost so quite much almost to 1 billion
pounds.
No, 900 billion pounds. Almost to Chagum. So the mechanic. And now, European Union, so 1 trillion. US euros, so euros, and Japan, so 1 trillion US dollar in yen. No be acquire IMF. Now the idea is acquire IMF answer. Kana yes we trade is kana in ACD so. Yendi no baby out. Yendi and the age. Let's identify programs. Na interest can find our programs. Let's camera system nim. Na juma system nim. Because majority who has say menu near the dance say, offer camera. Now come and temo is here. Bungo for the veranda so. Let's say be a euro abadem no mabada bonti was omoje and framawu.
Omuni baby.
Baby omoda no. It is a man Jessica some Jessica. It is a see a dine na housing na ya dia rente chamber and hall toilet and bath ishim chamber and hall toilet and bath ishim eti abrante bia obi anko han bi na bosom so atwa wodan ka untua advance obi anko tue this kind of how you try no business can back ho ebi so benya adwuma yo because capital for macy for omo metima so concrete business benya adwuma ye so in an economy this is how we run it all.
Okay.
Eti me hu de ti a wo Nyankopon wa dum a wa hyirawo a wo de wo sidi no nkwa na wudi wo tira Burkina Faso a sidi na san yendi ni ho biem wo tira Togo yendi ni ho wo tira la Côte d'Ivoire yendi ni ho enti wo sika no wa na wudi ejade ti na ho kyero so sika ne bi ni ho eti mementi ase o ye problem ne ya krachefo no ebi ni ayefo ayi omtwetwe om ne begu ho num yo so omo de Omuko school no uche omuko school no na catch rom say when you do this they need to be inflation they brofo nko a na maka brofo no di brofo bibiri ani so kuro mu a
I need 100.9 Torchlight with a festival. Kofi Akpalu, founder and leader of the Liberal Party.
Una kwatia ya my way mu no ye change aban na aban ba still like the problem in the journey no
eno ne de
because go for no mo de da aban dwuma no nyina no
I saw man e wo
o man e da wo technocrats no man e gu wo o ja se ena o mo mu gu wo no mo no aban o kwa am ga so mo de se nchem beko ye de wo ha ena mo se o man ne sasa go for no mo ne se o man no
technocrats no
na me adom na be president ye be here ni say overhauling o se there o de sonie na sif
so ne o de sif wa there no
o mo ho mo de be ko fie because we need to put people there our etime dwene too much. Our problem is we don't think as a people. We are too lazy. We need people that drink deep. I will say your problem way. Say as a son. Now oil. Now my oil. Why now when you know? What the oil na ma broni. And a broni afa 90%. No ma 10%. And they still quite say ube raise capital. Now what the two oil no. So we need him dear credit to ube employ will be say or Brazil or why for Brabaya Juanamiaka. Then they impart the knowledge in your people. Yet dear, I can't afford no quaternasia. Also, I brought from my fanco, and Muska Mafanco. You gold, not Newmont, any Anglo gold. No more better say a gold, you know what they call. Now, gold, you know, on better sound the quiet day. At the economy, the Quaqueno, to Mutimian, who come on. Nema I'm not telling about one in your jumana. A dear base saying, ya go on ma, and it's a man Newmont, it means sa, you go to know any other dinner want to the coqua. It will be so I say, you were Ghana, you will gold, you were diamond, and Massa, who will gold, who diamond, one add value to your gold and your diamond. Forget it. Now, you know, Bibiana, Nekofa Bruni Beye, W. Abrofono. And yeah, baby said Tala Oil, and Nadako Cosmos Energy. That companies, you know, never go for the any pardon millions of people, and on my boy Sicano, and on their former company. No, it's given a Ghana for you lead the senator on back directing Ghana and say we need to come together, put resources together, raise big capital, and do big projects here in Ghana. MTN wants to say he cannot call. Now better here for. Because we need to change those people who are managing our public sector. We need to change all of them. Yes. Move them. Because chief director, what you check. On to me, be another what one say chief director. Master, we need to put pressure, performance. Based on performance. We have to pay people based on performance. People are collecting salaries. All that they know is say, they will be paid. They do kakrama say, hey, you strike. But they are adding nothing. We need to change. We need a new leader who will change all these things. So you'll be paid based on your performance. You deliver and then you get paid. And I say, yeah, but you know, I say, your salary at all. The 10,000 year child can have some margin nobody. When you say, it took a trade money manage. Yes, where they are buying you manegu. And then my watch, it won't happen. If you're not ready, you find a private sector. Because you have to deliver and get paid. Abasia
was state interest and governance authority. SIGA was where managing.
Me say, abide directing.
Government agency.
Abide directing the maker. Now we call ministry be on 10 o'clock. Now workers and my Babason na monum na about 4 o'clock. I don't stand back no call.
Okay.
Me say under my watch, all these things will stop. Me kaka chiro ne se bia me ba be president na ma be se ma akwa sa oba wan kan chire oboa obaye adwuma no ma gia ketua so.
All right. Possible Kofi Akpalu, founder and leader of the Liberal Party of Ghana. Kofi, before we leave you, no. MPP for conference no ko no said the number ko mo the time. Current crop of executives are woman you.
Oh, Safi no maba. Safi no maba ti ehwe de o metu my.
Okay.
About the whole problem is that omo do moko position.
MPP.
Not PG never. 124. I'll PG winning elections, you know.
Kofi maybe me no dey come mo yes amanyoku nketewa no mo
e ka bom
mo ya ka bom
yeguso enu but LPG take na start adwuma gidigidi ne say twen obi a gidigidi because Ghana for no break Ghana for take Ghana for high because omo say no MPP ni sitime mo awo ene no kura so because ajenkwa na netu animu na anwumre yo. Because say Ghana ekutame. I will turn Ghana around. I'll make Ghana a better place. Obi ani beji masa. Na say you want be to the sense o salary be kosoro. Because oh yes.
Say you ma bebu ya ka bia che.
Oh, me say mom ka kire omo no, utie mom ka kire omo no. Mom some questions. E dey man be no be. You didn't ask them. They say oh we do this, but you didn't ask them provocative questions. But whatever you ask me, I will tell you how I will do it.
It's a juma be bene den.
A juma be buama na broso because obi won won bobo. Obi won won bobo, obi won bekatu, obi won won masa, obi won enyom to. We need to invest in them. Now we invest in now na players. Our kroma no ma, they will bring money. O na juma ekoye. Obi won ma enyom to no. We invest in more. You become a worldwide icon, global icon. When you become global icon, when he's moving with a crew. Crew no so yeah. So you invest in people, you invest, and then you put Ghanaians together. I saw the Bio will force the church to mobilize its members to build a business. Oh yes. Na Pentecost for Pentecost. Now the Pentecost chairman etenase. Now many who here say. So come members no contribute to and put two together. Next somebody sorry no. The torches business in him. Now say Pentecost for me 1 million. Now so be ultimately 200 cities eba afibia ne 200 million. 200 million ultimately factory back home am na tema ba woni adwuma Methodist for ye bi Assemblies of God for ye bi ICGs for ye obi ye bi. Do you know the number of businesses that we're going to create jobs in this country? Sorry na ye kono. Bible na da anymore no. Or say cast your bread and then in the future you have it. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 1 to 6. Or say cast your bread and then in the future have it. It's talking about investment, savings and investment. And I say sorry now a year they are playing the leadership role. Now the better way so who need savings and investment culture.
Okay.
Jerry.
All right.
Before I'm a yeah. Never call in some country and ranted my boy in Obia, we are Massa Brewery. Obeso is Kenya. And so we develop the habit of savings and investment.
Okay.
The Kabia will be no matter what, you have to save 10% of the money. Majority, we had money to 500 cedis.
Yeah.
And so to me 50 cedis a day.
That's all.
Fan say, Bosumi Biano, you tell saying 450. Men who say 500. For 50 cedis near the at all. All the two of them are fear is 600. 600 ultimately to shares. And then the shares will give you returns. Eti, adwuma we see here. Why have say, oh, sika we nyan de some baby oh.
Yeah, already.
2000, 2000 the maza. But obije 1005, oji 2000, obije 1005 or survival. It would mean ganja say, oh 2000 don't mean survival by so it would be 2. It's a lie. It just all show be so me 3000 a month. Obi so 2000. And 1000 that's so many ton chain. Now many ba kono many na abotipen ahade.
Yeah, the same.
That 1000 no afeno 12,000. In that 12,000, you can start a small business somewhere. And that small business will give you yields, to give you returns. That is the best, that is the only way. Okwa sorry better so for say, be trying to so do. Na nyakopo be shirawa. Nyakopo want to mean shirawa salary do. Nyakopo will only bless your investment. It is also for the catcher say, oh yeah, trying to so do ni bia. Save will be. Na emre bi so na koye investment. That investment, you know, and then maybe they ever bless no ama wanya returns. Ama why they sikani. Why sikani to me sikani abraunim savings and investment.
Okay.
There is no way. It's LPG government, you know, is part of our programs. That from basic school and how to save and invest. Because we need to build millionaires, billionaires in Ghana. And we can.
Okay.
We should have a policy say, yeah, Baba Muno, yeah, be Boma Ghana phobia be billionaires. What I say? Because Ghana ni bia but a pebble so bibia, so ya NDC ni, CPP ni, LPG ni, ya found where they hear so we Ghana ni.
All right.
We are Dagomba, we are Frau, we are Santio, we don't give a damn. What we care is that you are Ghanaian. So we support you to make it right here in Ghana.
Bobby, your thought. Honorable Sarah Asafo issue who can
they should declare a by-election.
Oh, sir.
No, we shouldn't entertain these things. Initially, when he came, no case me Bahama said, if he said be postnatal issue, be our fraud, but what I've seen is a deliberate. He said,
"Send them my yario."
The baby
domestic problem.
Me so boy. Where a deliberate. Win him.
Man can a show.
One yard in the baby anyare. The crow mun say. One pack kunyani beam. But a kunyana on pay beam so. Why you say on James?
What trouble about trouble and Ray say, no one among your cool for air which anteno.
May say,
will be Tatano.
I may say, oh, game now, open game nana. One night you say, a quan touching eh? What am I your bomo no mouse you? Oh, but so ye be biana. When your sympathy be on the constituency war. It is only declared by election. No influences and go for no more 20 years on one party. No, deliberate. What want to say? They say 137, 137. What am I saying? It's you know, Olusu City no crana. Ne go for no bachelor. Bonnie. Oh yes, but the woman should not be selfish. You think in the next 100 years. Before a problem, listen, we don't think beyond 100 years. We only think about today. Because every beba, umano, unananom, wo fa say, obi an obi so rise to a be almost shy, abusuan we omunye ni papa. It will only selfish, you know, they destroy. Omamaka a fan who on a bush omunye. He doesn't care. Because he thinks he doesn't need anybody, he doesn't need other major, he doesn't need Ghana. But no quantina or Ghana, obusuana kotomuno, and no quantina a local to obusuanim.
Okay.
So you don't impede other people's progress.
All right. It's woman declared.
Oh yes, it's long overdue. They have to declare it vacant and allow other parties to contest the seat. And I say enough. I say enough. So they have to declare it vacant.
Question, honorable question.
Somebody need a court to some final court. Somebody need a court. Some maybe and I'm declare it. You know. so the channel so we soon say only for so man better no nya adwuma
obi ya da say na nwumre
na me ohira oni watie fo
Kofi Akpalu Percival, His Excellency, leader and founder, Liberal Party of Ghana, and Otene Ghana. How you need 100.9. Anyway, it's 100.9. Kofi Akpalu and the Otene Ghana. I remember anymore. OT regional organizer Felix Ade, Obabeka Yahoo. Now OT deputy regional communication director, right? Communication officer, Abraham Wafo, Watanase. Sarana Samola Yukwe, Onosu, Central Regional Chairman, Edema LPG, Onoson Ebaha. Wafo Memoajo.
Magari,
yes,
sir. Only what here for? Oh, body I don't see me here, pa.
Oti region to say.
Ja, Magari, intimate complaining. Oti reading ye, and shall I yes, sir?
Ade.
So mining in anye. O minor oti region said also Kagana. To man, Mabia say, to oti regions was say. To oti dear, oti yet. Now, my boy owns my phone, Magari.
Why then?
What's my phone? System time about sometime about catch him say Abraham who put you on weight. My phone now only motor formation I with you. And if I over surround pa undi if you know what did kakra sometimes can I say it's me late by 7 so that we can survive because instead of eating 3 say what you cry just say obedi di kwa and menu no kwa no one share anya na papa. Enya is you tell do so tin so come there. So you hear dopa. Yet I do any so come there. Magari, Mamincha His Excellency, the incoming President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama. Name me Regional Chairman, Honorable John Kwajo Japo. Ni oti manina, especially our potential delegates are. Omabo Krado say, Nyame Buana, Bie Nyamamwa, Ombe endorse me as the next Deputy Regional Secretary. Now, Ejuma Pa, me my party.
Deputy Regional Secretary.
Yes, now, my 12 I am a party. But I think that, Mr. Kofi Akpalu. This is this is the second time meeting. There was a time meeting no ABT. Now I wish you say now, but they granted. I loved his solution. I love it. I love it. To be frank, I'm far from politics.
Okay.
I enjoyed his presentation, and I think it is time people listen to solutions like this. Maza, okay, this once Ghana, do you know that we are too busy for nothing? They call London from Milton Keynes to Central MK. London.
Yeah.
Charlie, Emo. Once over Milton Keynes, back home. Emo Kwan, no Mabia, the Bedu Krumu. We could do same from Dowenya to Ho. Because instead of bush, you could put rice like that. Free SHS in Kolane school feeding. You could ebet my feed on Momaimu without necessarily infant mine Wesley girls a parent or mututu scar credit to any feeding Kolai. If we have such systems working, you won't get there. Landing cruise. Who go cruise landing cruiser? Before I have access to the boat, you pay about 30 pounds. 30 pounds with the back and that's 300 cedis. And I would me and Nipo Mugusa. Boat is Magari. Tourism is fetching money in Europe.
Yeah.
I quite remember sometime tourism. You were very peeved about how I able to make tourism. I'm making money more. We are not getting there.
Year to
okay. If you are me too, you say about my Traska or Hanuma. Then Traska no never resolve your issue than going to this IMF syndicated loans and as for ya just wasting the future of our unborn generation. So okay. I think I enjoy. To be frank, I loved what he said, and despite all odds, despite the political alliance and affiliation,
no what political alliance and affiliation.
That's the MPG. That's the MPG. He's a friend of the MPP. On with the nationalistic and patriotic thinking, I enjoyed now.
When I bought odds, this is here you.
I don't know. Oh, say allegation because say ECG contract be akufo do man as if.
And that's all Ghana. The Ghana didn't want the contract and who this is more be a contract and any pani.
No, almost from man contract.
There's a contract na. I didn't say I did job be aba. Say Ojafo. Say na say the baby the communication. I did job be aba baby. Second day me. I did job be aba.
Why be can some fine. Why be can some fine say ni pana.
No, but no, he provides good solutions to our problems.
So don't say things to make the people who are listening to you know.
Oh, but everybody know the alliance of MP. Obisa is MP relation is also what is good about this money sharing fair at Accra Sports Stadium?
Okay. I need 100.9. Someone like you, Central Regional Chairman LPG. Sammy, Memo Kwaba.
Yeah.
Now what to say? And you read. Yeah, then you go and say good. Then share and come on and say, but yeah, yes, I say from quick one, a year MPP conference, the fallout, the crop of a year delegates are when we hear more NDC for Okoho being led by your Deputy General Secretary. More solidarity message to the MPP. Okay, said Dokono Boide, Ama Peter, Dr. Peter, Boama Utukono, Uji, and Tau Dokono. I am fancy document back on sort on the 5 cities, the Brower Stadium. So far, the conference and the fallout. Abraham, quick one.
Sorry, MPP conference in India, be frank with you. I think generally, no, let me congratulate all of them, especially my brother and senior lawyer Justin Kodia. The victory is immense. I saw MPP delegates displayed conscience between Justin Kodia and John Boadu election. Because Udimi Hunu from clear indication, government machinery, from government appointees, the president, the vice president, the chief of staff, almost all the ministers in Yinano. They were all against Justin Kodia. Oh, that mean, we saw people going to the Jubilee House. I'm a threat to if they don't support Justin Kodia, this is for our masters. We had information. Say we want down for upon all the odds, which means the delegate stood firm, and on my day they went for their conscience. And between Justin Kodia and John Boadu there, I think the NDC should benchmark something from there. Say do your conference now. No matter what any say Obi ni godfather, Obi ni favorite, Obi wasika. So but. Say nipa wo odwin say other party no odi kroy beba obetimi aye adwuma ama 2024 obi kita power na epe no ekuro obi o afi na akwaje. So we need more credible and very competent people into omo conference no there. But apart from that no it is alleged say sikache bebre bam ama yenya information say John Boadu my delegate be 1,005 and you know we have
allegations.
It is alleged.
You can't
but the sources are very unimpeachable. And yet, yes, even with the 1,005, you know, there were about 6,000 delegates, expected delegates. That's the threshold. And even if it is, if a Ukraine, 1,005 by 6,000 delegates, that is almost a 9 million Ghana cedis, 90 billion old currency. What the 90 billion akwachi chama MPP for Accra Sports Stadium.
Allegedly.
Aluzu account.
I don't say we need na so. I don't know what kind of say no.
Unimpeachable sources.
And don't use that.
And bro, Luzu na why in power you supposed to understand the heat. Now the 90 billion ba come amount for Luzu there. You know, heat ever fall moja mu no wa so to was here. And I see na be use cry there ma. Each delegate 500 Ghana cedis. That is 500 by 6,000 people. That is a 3 million Ghana cedis, 30 billion old currency. Oh, that is, it is alleged, but the sources are unimpeachable. Madame Kejemfua, for instance, she gave 400.
Charlie, stop doing that because you don't have any.
No, Margery.
Stop doing that. Stop
so
doing
what
that.
I'm trying to tell you
because
is that
we need any evidence to backtrace their work.
The conference was monocracy event. Among our coach, Cheska. Do you have one to say Asabi? I'm giving you a background. One to say Asabi by like say Stephen Timuto votes. Do you know what triggers that? I told you that we were having friends giving us information. Chairman Stephen Tim, no more delegates by 1,005. And they were changing the thing. They were not going for his interest.
Yawo can win him for a fact. So at the end when you bring, let me say,
that's what I said. It is alleged.
Yawo can say win Yasema. Yeah, despite media,
we are
not part of it because we don't have any evidence.
That is why I'm telling you.
But draw your attention, sir. Stop that because you don't have that evidence.
I am using the term now. It is alleged.
Don't tell me you are using the term. It's an alleged. Of what the allegation we are not saying about the case. So, Obi Komo Obi say you don't have that evidence, and you shouldn't do that.
So you don't have the audios of Asabi saying that they were buying votes.
Saying what?
They were buying votes.
Asabi, what you know? Okay,
say chairman team to votes.
Okay, Sikakura Obi to vote.
So I am giving you the background.
I win him Sikano.
And what say?
On Asabi and Kano win him.
Oh, Antinu Bageri. When the 500 addition buy any number, Asabi Mubaya president, over share president of the day, there is vote buying among for top elections, no. But that is by the way. But any episode, no one more for anyone who has been is no more transport. He said he gave them transport, but we don't know votes. So the conference, I mean, it was a money sharing event. Bia, Omako Chicheska, but me na ya, ayame, my rohunu said, Omaya, yes, you call IMF. I call IMF, says Sebika Fra, Yenibi, Yabroku, Yamuchre, Moma Esika, Nemfa, elevate the current situation of the economy. One. This is a government and a party acquire conference war across Sports Stadium Mombuchi Cheska. Then indeed, if Ghana is broke, I don't think MPP as a party and Akufo-Addo as a president, they couldn't have even looked at some conference way by regional basis than busing people from every part of Ghana to Accra.
It's impossible. A better normal is a conference.
That is innovation. Those are electoral innovations.
Innovation they have to as a congress.
And I'm saying Congress,
Congress. Where a conference, the Congress is the highest
body. And I'm making some money broke here. No, you need to put down the economic factor. If you think the country is indeed broke, busing people all over from Ghana to Accra Sports Stadium, where are the monies coming from? Anything I can say, you can innovatively run this program regional basis. At the end of the day, you just have to have a fair and credible electoral system so that you collect all the results. Then you still have your national executives elected. At the time, I also go for syndicated loan. IMF said before I qualify for loan, loan baby. Na fabra no munchira 1 or 2 be a fire and so the loan by 1 or 2 na. No, IMF, no answer, no, what qualified amount loan. You have such a country, a government, creates this confusion. A conference or Accra Sports Stadium, they were sharing money. It is unacceptable. But I still believe that Chairman Stephen Ayensu, that's 20 years pressing on to be a chairman. The youth of this country should see that one as a great. They should take some moral lesson and inspiration from that. Say, with perseverance and determination, because for the first say, what struggle for all these years, or you'll be asking go give you up. So, my imuna sende, a come deal. My imuna sende, won't take you. My imuna, Mr. Kofi Akpalu, we no boss to save you. I mean, every person, every reasonable human being is there. The only way I also bet my secure that the savings. But say who teacher ni back for salary 1,500. At the end of the month, in the cost of living, you can do 2,000. Who could you salary you could track now that so arrest of 500 cities I'll bet you at the time now teacher for you at home roadside demonstrations cost of living allowances are to give them 20%. I also want more president who play emotional intelligence. Almost all go back to the classroom. You gathered MPP members and you were giving them monies. The car delegate it is more than teachers with 3 months salaries. I'm telling you on authority, my brother. And if you have this situation and you know later on anything amount for say who's Obiaso politicians, and your politicians now we are not the same. And this year conference, you don't see some of these things. Hey. Our conferences, I'm not saying it's conference. It is no those things. Sometimes See, those staffs, they are just like...
More conference, I'm here no use krum. And then the enemy will be in Timmy who the course.
May say conference in Ibino, and Yamani Binu just to provide the delegate
youth conference, I'm here no use.
But MPP there when it is so bizarre, say, oh my no more heading. Oh my no more heading. Amount for Timmy didn't prensa. And I wouldn't say before on my conference in Saturday, no. Friday, Omuko diaspora, MPP diaspora delegates, Ibi Woma 7. I watch a motor animal, a whole live band, Nibibia, all these things with state monies. Udi on my one misuse on my
state monies.
Now, why did MPP? Is MPP,
MPP, 1 million Bemononia conference.
No, it's MPP a business entity.
A political party.
So
why are you also saying it's a state money?
And they are government.
Wouldn't him say it will be a government, you know, you be or this Abanisika or Manisika.
And you know, the general assessment on this Congress and he said
every question it
is poorly organized. Down TV screen now share across it was very empty. It's among us party in government by Congress among one call across stadium.
And also what sort of
but you were there, Magari. You were there.
But Nipa say band buy.
Oh.
At the crowd wouldn't need accreditation. You can't even enter.
I mean, you can't see
the catcher say you can't cross stadium and not a year. Your friend is saying, baby, about for public stance and any idea.
So you have witnessed.
I was there.
You have witnessed Congress upon Congress.
Yes, it is their work and is below the belt.
This is poorly organized.
I am correcting you.
This is poorly organized.
Poorly.
What even happened to Chairman Sawen after the Congress? No, of course, no. Shesa Swami for Ura no. Etutu bobo na ebi kwa de.
And then Congress.
Yeah, running interview no say that be nyabo na pure water. You understand? So basically, no, I am saying that the Congress was poorly organized and it was needless at this time of our economic quagmire. For MPP to gather all people from the 275 constituencies of this country to Accra Sports Stadium, while they could have reasonably considered the economic situation of Ghana, then come around there with regional basis, collect it at the end of the day.
It's a more. Usually say you need a permit mo party no mo yen bebe for one. So now suggest.
And what you asked me about my opinion about MPP delegate conference, I am giving you that. Why the comparison? Say a year and
I shouldn't compare.
No, why you compare? Why you compare it to this? And this yeah Congress. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm talking about MPP. What's my opinion on that?
Etina make us say. So are you also suggesting? Say mo so mo yamo de na. O me sikasemi ko ya Dr. Otukono. Deputy General Secretary told Dokunu 5 CD said
that's Dokunu 5 CD no say enya news ma. We are was Dokunu 5 CD is Komaka just maton go 5 CD da. The last time Maka just maton gesha CD amoko. So be fair confirm me say it's true. So any I mean it is a fact. And Dokunu 5 CD no kra no. Ahaba no kwa 3 CD Dokunu e wo mu no kete. How do you say? And so it is terribly sad. So, Entino, Medisi one I congratulate all the executives. Metia say Obikra MVP Nibi Kaise. It has always been chairman team. One of New Way say Obi Oslo when this Mupa and Elder Samuel for so ampofu. And I'm saying, hey, and as a chairman, no Metia, I am a baby. And I'm saying, as a chairman team so straight on for so ampofu there. And the NDC potential delegate is up to you. If you have the MVP newly elected chairman being afraid of wow chairman are on there, then you don't change such a good chairman.
Okay. How you need 100 points. Now, Abraham for Deputy Communication Officer, NDC, a year OT region. Our operate Deputy General Secretary. Someone are you going?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Adeno me brand and kasa ma answer no so na say na wadwen ko so e opa kire say omuso wa abem no omuso di aban sika
na na ye no
di aha nti but o na wadwen ko so say
asa na bibisa ne say nti omo abem no du abem ma no de abi
yeah omo abem no omuso di ana omo di sika no e ya no no Ghana fo wetie na so pem ehunu say these two political parties they always want to take advantage. Because we confirm me amay because o mo free abem na nsen ya so tumi a kire say NPP for the aban sika na ye dia kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo nso ɔmo mmerɛ mu no na aban sika na ɔmo de yɛ ɛsan sɛ the political party bia wɔ hɔ na sɛ waba power a na onni aban mu ansa ɔba power time ɔbra ba power no wan kasa wo yuso aban sika nso ɔba aban mu no ɔyɛ the same thing deɛ wosi wo yuso aban sika ɛkyerɛ me sɛ automatically wo so wɔ hɔ na wo so yuso so you are just saying what you people used to do in office that you know that they are also doing. If that is the case, if I'm hearing this from an NDC person, I think it's something that I don't have to argue about. But my main core program, so a delegate conference from here, no. Medical chair me party phone, you know, and me chair, me leader, and me founder, His Excellency President.
Most of my solidarity message.
Actually, yes, yeah, by but now me ni hobi na me central region.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm ba hobi. Me dear. Adeɛ baako bi pɛ na mesua wɔ abatoɔ na ɔmo yɛyɛ ne mu ɛkyerɛ sɛ tumi deɛ ukuta tumi a you will not be able to favor everyone ɛnyɛ obiara na tumi na ukuta no betumi dia favor definitely obɛma ebi mu enya good side obi benya bad side but in ne nyinaa akyi no you have to try your possible best say we ɛna yɛ me weak point ebia because utiete grounds na General Secretary Lusu ye na amanfo bebre eka say the communication afa so a little of arrogancy and this man I think say it's a lesson for us all that we are also trying as much as possible to become leaders or say ehwe DSC ye no na yesu ye dia ye adesua the omu de omu ehu hwi wom ensua hwi wom na all they can say so be condemn ya we have never in this country say NDC person is praising an NPP and an NPP person is praising an NDC. Ewo mu a na esi baako ede be secret nso to. It's a sentence. So if obia omay omu program na ohu fault wo ho a enye news because there is no way about na abeka cho so ade no me en dia koyi ayefe. Na dia ye me fe kra ne se omu ma platform ma yan crofo NDC for kra to me ko kasa wo so. Ya ye General Secretary Pito Tokuno. E ko kire omu say Please. I did not listen. Man can't. Oh, and then please.
And they say, and they were hot that they said, but
when Yashi and Campoa, at least. What me I say? When Yashi and Can, when Yashi crank, at least our part and inquire. Oh, program ne dear. Said the Crowford to me cockasa or hot red or kuno. She yensi obian fabuambo obian dear. Oh, I assume Jemo fine. Na me hu say na the NDC ni aba betena se ama we hu at least the call you the men can election na call so no asempo say bi a say the call no e bi no there you don't feel like talking about it but at least you saw one good thing and that one good thing is a platform. This is telling you that our democracy is working. Ghana, the democracy is working. Say you to me amasa platform we ko jina ho okasa we yi dokuno even to the extent say or you saw a certain word to the vice president in normal way no and say so be you a public obi anya ne hwe obi anka obi a omukọ empo no omuwe omukopo na ye mo fans at least mo obi hu no say asumdwe na course no like the democracy Ghana is practicing impo ka ho asem. We are making the politics in Ghana so dirty. What you say said ya MPP ni betena ha no come asem no nkan ni ya me fire no oso be fire. It's a more politics in aya time. And ya konobio. To the extent so be nam crana so be tagged say we a politician crop so dodgy. On person be so a politician because of this. We know how to condemn. Everything we will condemn. And away dear nye, and away dear whole say. And since ya ko si da ben. Kai wonu say also be take power. I was with your one of your communicator, my best friend. Junior Amaliba. And ye di come catch and say, Musumu ye dia mu beba power. What you say? Eti say, obi wa power na who di bibia say enye. Usu ba sa nye be hu bibia say na dia mo man ne nko nenim enye. Oya, e was say me maye who say black, ade ne white cra. Mami who say black because say me man who say black, I ne be try into magu form na ma be take you over. We su ba no ye the same thing. Enu ti ye ndwin o man ne nko so ho. E dey na stop say ye to aba 138 said yen. Na yen tumi anye power share is okay. this time around yen fa challenge into years ye person man develop enu tie yi ministries be 4 and 5 yen fa ma NDC for e bia road ministry NDC fa we NDC fa e ka obehu McJerry said your mind be develop esa say NDC ni na yama na kwa minister of road no obe make sure so obe ye ni duty ni jie na amanfo koma ka say oh NDC minister we twade a waye a nye ono na ban po na wo power enu tie no so be jinja MPP ni na ono so yama no sa ministerial position no say no me nua NDC ni ji ni din me party hu gufi enu ti ma me so me challenge na me nye ekro ni be develop so we are not practicing that here instead ye ba power yenkwa ya fantinu no mo maka ne so mo so mo boa yeso ye begu mu fi saa to se bo be sorry eno ni ende ene at least whatever went on there me who she cried me say police for your majuma ye
aja bambo for ya defa
afi party force to discipline mo in some ways ekrofa ni e che mo ye gidigidi enye nipa baako
yeah
so discipline ye adwuma
okay
enu esi wo grounds ne so o ma ko mu interview
and send their radio
they've gone they on their interview no omu interview some interview no mo enya field ne so we are talking about the field
no so no mu interview na
oh David
yeah ka be bia battle course
that was why they did the interview
na say radio for the BBC or anything enu radio for
my friend
enu radio for
has it got to do with a fancy conference
so the gentleman was speaking for JFK and Jennifer was speaking for JB what do you say
yeah
so it's part of the
so,
the conference
well me I am saying it and saying it again there is no way NDC ni be ba betena he hu bibi MPP ni ye efe MPP ni so betena ha ehu bibi NDC ye efe hwe se MPP ni nimpa say ho airport
yeah
mahama na sha asiesi o enso obeba betena ha egu hu fi oboa just to make sure say the party be gi din eti odi ntwegu oso betena say obey the same thing mo mienu de musuban no Ghana for na etie mu te sa na mo be ya amonye nko e ka betena ha na nka wa kire say omo ye omo we no kra no obi antumi ankire policies yen NDC ye policy nie ye we nie wanye mu bia wantumi anto party policy ba kumpo te say dia me boss ko fi akpalu betena ha no otumi ka so obeye say obetua child benefit obeye say wantumi anka mo policy ba kumpo udi ni nyina ya attack it is a few minutes no
Congress is not about policies
well they did it with messages when they win you or no only message why no win you or not only message no I'm not saying you didn't but I'm also making my own and letting you know say enu na mama ejuma na ye time
I credit you omo don boy do just
why did you you obetina why na credit you hasi
oh credit you Jeffrey code election no the delegate display conscience media eko say dey was eko no asomdwe eye adwuma dey deserve FIA obi e besua na dey wo na dey ono so aba onka hunu say utie dey ankrofo kan ye say wunu ane ye ntia yi na fi so enu nti wo so ba ye make sure say obeye and a delegate for so nkai hunu say nipa no on to me satisfy obi a because modoso definitely they were close associates crowns e beba bedum so enu so na ede sa entokwa ne start ba no because o wini ya obi expect say ene o say she start yenya dia o say yenya free ho na afi obi so oboawe na enu so asa akose onu so ni din so we will beg the delegates party bia enya omope party ni nyina na monka hunu say adwuma no se nipa no se no fata obi wo ho no mu a ene se mu ye football team anka nya dia mbeto boy we o free France the friend say Paul Pogba monto no esan so no oni akoma eti se nipa ni akoma no oni mbo na obeka say oni akoma nti no nko telefia na we should sometimes watch the job. I believe say Kodua to a very fantastic guy ono so ni medwuma no ono so waye say edwuma na che every school e be sisia so I know so ono so obe deliver is good say power be change
okay
power there e change always ma party edwuma anasa o ma edwuma ekọ enim say every 4 years bia na aban bi obetena so nim so 4 years bia e betumi efri so at least oba say the be ma the party hu agidin for next time nti ne 4 years no obe use no wisely e pave way but nim say o we for first 4 years na or another chance of 4 years biomti no na eno ni say first 4 years in the man fanya trial log second one ye nya more chance ye nya bibie nya hwe aye wie ye kọ power be change, obi so be take you over. Let's just watch all those things. Now, believe it or mine, no, ebenya into my preference.
Okay. How you need 100.9? What's it?
Na me ya, you say why is observation? Oh, share. National executive no more elect here no. I believe ba kukra nka ho. Oh. I don't know if you have observed it yourself. Like
I believe Ben or contest I believe Ben or contest
How? I'm just saying because we are national organizer. Chairman, general secretary, women organizer.
I believe Ben or contest you also so man to a man.
Now say I'm out for contest and so it is for me. I guess like it's tribally imbalance for a national organizer, a woman organizer, a general secretary, national chairman of a political party like the NDC, the MPP. Multimia call it national executives are. Sabi Kavra will not know the way is part of the executive.
And we're being no contest your
contest here. No, there are many. There are many.
And as some now can also win in
but sometimes it is it is a bit some way. I mean, like I was so much. I mean,
some now can win in us.
And observation. See some of these observations, you don't undermine them. Because so back of form national executive committee.
Okay. My yet trade union congress. As some poor bakwa, and when he pa ye baby discuss it. A fire IMF in a year kono and your whole replay effect.
Need FM New.
IMF program will not solve our problems. It will only impose hardships on Ghanaians. Once again, we already communicated our objection to the decision to seek IMF bailout for the 18th time. We are convinced that an IMF program will not solve our problems. It will only impose hardships on Ghanaians. Once again, we would like to remind government that as part of the negotiations for the 2021-2022 base pay, we agreed with government to take 4% and 7% respectively on condition that government will not declare redundancies and that government will continue to employ young people into the public service. We will hold government to account. We insist that our main challenge in the management of the economy has to do with the corruption and the failure on the part of the successive government to transform the structure of the economy of this country, so that Ghanaians can produce what we eat and eat what we produce. That is what successive governments have not done. IMF programs will not deal with these fundamental structural issues. IMF programs, you know what they do? They only prepare the country for another IMF program. That is why we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 18. So this 18th program is going to prepare Ghana for a 19th program. And the 19th one will prepare Ghana for the 20th. And you know why it is like that? So that IMF will be in business. Otherwise, they have no business. And we know very well that the 18th program that is being negotiated will not be different. But I want to assure you and all Ghanaians that what will be different this time is that TUC will lead the working people of Ghana to resist any attempts to impose hardships on workers and their families and the Ghanaian population. That will be the difference. And that will be the difference. Because the IMF, the content of the program will not be different. But the resistance from the people of Ghana will make it different.
Okay. Dr. Yauba, Church for the Trade Union Congress. And now yet in can say IMF Nadia. Say ye nim near the Sako no maybe I say na edio how the bre eduma your 4 dia. One more use for no church for pen you bedi a bed you my phone nim and I gathered you my 4 one more and the TUC nim normal resist any attempt edit she be ever behead by your food. Send it to 050372 1744 050372 1744. What for a quack say 2 years before a year pessimistic? One more as a woman can't jump with the gun.
No. They are, I think that too easy for no. They are, that is defensive leadership. They are being defensive because with presidents of IMF. Now knowing very well near IMF for me to sometime surrender the lives of workers into discomfort, you know. I think as leadership there, that is advanced defensive leadership are almost display. Because you say so IMF like Abronya rightly said. It's like okay, so say because minimum answer until munfanyensa into meeting na munchere me some mebu man. So if you are going to Ebiana make a chair say IMF for say Ghana for nkoji syndicated loan. Now yemfa be stabilize your debt to GDP ratio 78%. So yeah nkoji loan never be stabilize debt to GDP yemfa stabilize economy no before the economy should stabilize to a level and say then you bet me to almost standards on one my loan. So who kwa loan? Abe stabilize economy. As I loan, you go for loan to qualify for another loan. At the end of the day, no. What are you talking about? It is obvious here. IMF bagaja was a low government. Before my qualify na ya mau yesikana one public sector recruitment in ye lembago ye de inside also won't mean for be ejuma because the law of diminishing returns are. You don't put more input with with a demeaning or a diminishing outcome. Say who do a form 2 acres first year, what the amount for 70 are come. Aduane a produce no second year, what the amount for 100 are come. Aduane no crab form. Every reasonable investor will withdraw. And the IMF for back will say, if you don't have money enough to run your own economy, I will buy and channel. We are cutting down consumption. And to know for us to cut measures of cutting down consumption is that
we will say sana womubeyo. But this time around, no, you face global challenges. Do you think say negotiations say no kwakwaye? You know kwakwa can different from a bit to me are the same conditions as applied to the time and any every global crisis ahead of us. Say
a global crisis or no, the alleged global crisis or no, and not the global crisis na account. No, the global crisis na account, which is although the COVID, Russia, Ukraine war no, are affecting even the IMF is affected by it. And to know IMF bagaja will say you cannot employ because so say bana for a bailout. Won't mean for because because you are pumping it into the economy to make sure the production will go into the current production from the now one. You maintain it by intensify it. So at the end of the day, there will be efficiency. Because efficiency is when you use small resources to get more resource. So what I just see, won't mean for second, per cutting consumption strategies, amount for more public sector, you cannot increase their salaries anymore. Because you are cutting down consumption. Our president so cut it down to ministers 30% of their consumption is a signal to the ordinary worker say IMF na IMF catch say yes abaya market to for yet mean to subium and they do say to sukwana he will tell you that he has already led by example by cutting his minister 30%. And you know TUC as labor leaders here obviously they have to resist it. And now for me,
and now say bibi samai. Why are they?
And because that is defensive leadership. That is advanced thinking. Because they know obviously, there are two things they will tell you. You have to reduce consumption. You have to also sometimes cut down on employment. Because IMF don't get so far. At the time, world economy didn't mean to and IMF cannot take the burden of spending much on consumption in Ghana. And the bailout will not make sense. And you know, obviously, the we are nursing, we school, we share so many Jumaya, we are teacher ni, we school, we are the Jumaya, 1 year, no. Yeah, say IMF now, obviously, you cannot get job until MPP believes government in 2024. And they are obvious. There will be automatic freeze on employment because my jerry say you cry na you cry na say obi company be say you run into insolvency and you about for your backup my sika you cannot employ. How do you employ people whilst you don't even have the means to pay them? So you are putting undue pressure on yourself. And you know, near TUC for there, to me it defends leadership. But the question is that if the young IMF now, what's the alternative? Because already omubabe the e-levy aswa no omo ka kire is your options me.
That's when they yatra.
I am just making a point. I was in ho kojo pon kruma be share town hall meetings no. Oka kire say at that point now we pay e-levy no. We have two options. Your e-levy and your IMF. Or refer to IMF in there, say you choose IMF option at that time, it will lead to what he called in his own term the economic setbacks. And or refer say there will be freeze on employment, there will be freeze on salary increment, and a lot of restrictions on consumption on Rakai. And to know that's to convince people to know say e-levy was better than IMF. So what will change? And then the IMF alternative now because already e-levy and almost say it is not helping us. And the two is who say if we don't go to the IMF, what else? Where do we have to go? Who declare Ghana HIPIC says here now? Hoping the baby or ready so wow. This is good for no.
That's a HIPIC program now.
And I say no someone declare why so pay me I can say we can do. So the issue is that for me, what I believe in is TUC no. They should just reason with the minority in parliament. The minority position is that they'll rely on parliamentary powers in Article 108 to say buying the IMF, this is my bad. Government should provide them with detailed and sensitive expenses of scan on mark or your IMF. And yes, we go on IMF and say can bond in Libya, who could buy a mobile unkenke, Edibia 238 ministers. EDBI on needless expenditure. No, that is not what this IMF going should also do. Yeah, IMF IMF no for make capital expansion. President Mahama Livu the debt ratio to GDP no, it was at 52%. At that time, your University of Ghana Medical Center, your expansion of Takoradi Port, expansion of Tema Port, your rural electrification cover almost 48% of this country. You were Eastern Corridor Road, Mikrom Kwai, Omaye. You were a lot of polyclinics. I see a lot of hospitals. With this 52% debt to GDP ratio, and I'm 78% with nothing to write home about. So another policy is likely to go down with free SHS. It was a revolutionary policy, but I believe strongly that IMF will ask for.
But President Akase Njadia,
President has the discretion to deceive us in Ghana, but he doesn't have the discretion to deceive us.
But I don't know me come akum.
And Kobabi and Kobe. No, I mean,
one more back.
Oh,
win negotiation table.
Any finance committee members of parliament, Kasai. Almost from the indication that are coming from the IMF, no, it's likely see a whole policy now. Free education on my council. I'm telling you honestly, every policy, no, and I'm making sure the IMF, their main objective is to focus revolutionary capital expansion because they believe that with capital expansion it will boost production. When it boosts production, revenue will go up. When revenue goes up, standard of living will be better. That is the IMF direction. IMF don't believe at initial consumption. Free SHS is a consumable policy. IMF will certainly tell you they be with free SHS because they will look at a chunk of money or money coin into that, and they will look at what will be the returns, immediate return. Because IMF is like you are solving an immediate problem. IMF is an ad hoc body be a solve problem so they look at short-term policies. IMF don't look at long-term policies, say education in Yama. No, they will look at revolutionary. What can give us the economic breakthrough? Within the shortest possible time for the liberation. That is what IMF do. And TUC, they should keep the advocacy, but I think they should also know that if we don't go to the IMF, there is no option. But for me, they shouldn't resist the IMF totally. The only thing they can do is say, we make sure say the whole government accountable. Say IMF no say the money should be used for capital expansion. The money should be used for, investment. The best first can, but they be amigusuka magere. Any people be loan. Also for loan yen ye bet me asama osika. Now I don't want you be a cochuana one your own faso. Uko jilo na sa uji loan ebe chaw nim. Uko jilo na sa uji loan be and your man ent me fast cambrewa. Okay. How do so OT region for instance? Manager Antonio Jirai. Yeah, almost creative region. The ministers, the 2 ministers, and the deputy, they almost the hotels are for 4 years. So you see the consumption ayeka. So what Bobusian now they are 438 ministers and 125 ministers. Our minister back convoy to make it about 3 cars. Mimi Toyota Corolla Ketua Amidaba Ikura, how much does it cost? And filling 3 Land Cruisers. So if you borrow money to consume this way, you can never make progress. IMF them better more SARS cancer fires. I don't know. IMF is bringing short-term policies, revolutionary economic capital expansion. Okay, this kind of amount. Go into road construction, go into factory building, so that at the end of the day, those ones will bring returns to you, boost revenue, yield to better standard of living. Then IMF goes back to its place. Anti-employment freezing, salary freezing. Free SHS. These are possible policies that IMF waiting me actually assign. Okay. How you need 100.9 05037211744 05037211744. One hour day or messages in the befa. Then is positive change. Positive change from Medina. Also from 2005 to 2008, President Kufuor was borrowing averagely 1.5 billion Ghana cedis with the national debt annually. Closing debt 9 billion. President Atamels from 2009 to 2012 was borrowing averagely 6.5 billion Ghana cedis, closing debt 36 billion. President Mahama 2013-2016 was borrowing averagely 22 billion Ghana cedis annually, closing debt 122 billion. Then we said, Mr. Mahama, no nonsense. An economic messiah should come and help us. President Akufo-Addo, 2017 till date, is borrowing averagely 44.5 billion Ghana cedis annually. Current debt, $55.1 billion in just 6 years. Now that I'm winning the Okutuno, dollars one go to Ghana cedis. Okay, it's a positive change. And now, Odiaba. Sami me bana maba ho ma me twa de ewa ha one message. Okay. Pamena acidity I have for chinsua. Also congrats to all MPP newly elected executives and those who lost. Better luck next time. And opposition await you guys come 2024. NDC national executives must learn something from John Bodu defeat. MPP annual delegates conference clearly show NDC stands a reasonable chance of winning 2024 elections. Mamichia Aya Katamanso Abensuo Information Center Brano Eyo programmer Mode Eto Anti Abensuo Information Center in Katamanso Ebacho Yechiamo Mamajo Enana Dream. Well, it's a good evening, Mark Jerry. In fact, I have respected the LPG guy. He has spoken the true sense. Michael Edifrita Mighty Michael so we feel you power. Sammy Samola Ukwe. Where's out of here till Amadina? Was a good evening, Mark Jerry. My brother Abraham Waffle. If Abraham said economy hard, so for that delegate shouldn't be sponsored, does he want delegate from Northern OT and all over to use their pocket monies? They shouldn't let politics to blind his eyes. And okay, if you are somebody kissing, also upon all the noise the MPP are making, how is the feeling under the government now as compared to the previous NDC government? The noise is too much, and no show. MPP never again. In okay, if you are somebody kissing. Where's Mark Jerry? MPP, they don't need to worry themselves about all these elections because very soon they will be leaving
with their corrupt members. Kofi Tete, or the Free South Africa. We say good evening, McJerry. John Boadu lost easily because after meeting with the delegates and giving them token and left, one of the presidential aspirants also goes to the delegates and give them a token to vote against John Boadu, the most vocal politician in MPP. Alai Baba di Fremadina. Alai no ne hwan. Unsura bodin. Unsura bodin na de akeka kaidi. Unsura no bodin. Where's McJerry? This man is full of good ideas, but it's very difficult to win power. Stephen Manawaba, or the Free Pantan Village. Where's JB or JFK? Let's break the A together. Regards to watching Ejako Comensa Ele2 for me. Ejabata Denta. Or say McJerry. Isn't the one is he not the one to rescue this country? Can he mention the number of people that he has employed? The talking is too much. If you are Kufia Palina Wokana Samana, Ejabata, Adenta, Ena, or the Abba. Where's McJerry? Remember, no one can change the nation except God. Yakwa Emmanuel from Awutu Bojiase. Okay. Sammy?
Yeah.
IMF TUC caution and one with the Ababeto. Going to the IMF, a quack was asking who be a kind.
Yeah.
Sanity.
Who be kind, Mark, because Obia is true. The son said, Yehu be da. Inti Yehu be da no. I was say a home from a Yemushi. The whom never near careful a better in the ana your film last time. Inti Omudi said they would throw warnings out. But Mark, me say IMF ye be called da. I know. Say, oh yeah, minim say beko. Even before he leave, minim say beko. IMF. He leave in the buyer, and he levy was forced because na ye ni collateral. The basa IMF basa siya. Ye nya bibia njina so nka say we be to me a generative funds efrim. And we know say pass he leave no. Na ye jina he leave no so near dura IMF. Nti to me dear I feel said teachers in soon also musu say IMF and focuses so much on the Article 71 more and only also musu because me the IMF in there because say ba ma ba no enye me dana me boa esan say omo be rescue o man ya yesu say it is IMF be ye jai say e ka say last week your president afajet TNT before since time I ka say IMF be TNT be so automatically no more barber rescue. But the issue at hand is say rescue no and I answer say beka workers. Okay. It's say can workers more. The Jumayafo and North one, it will be difficult for you to generate the taxes. Because the more people work, the more you get the taxes. And it is a man Crawford no continue fee. Now and Crawford ke to be pen a year Jumana. Ebe take Ghana very long time to be able to meet the target. And it is say dear Sabeka a Jumasem Mundia. And Kienfan Article 71. And no cover MPs ni ministers. And no more live luxurious life. Yen chem IMF and be Article 71 more. Now that means IMF no cry. They are also in bed with this our part of constitution. Now no the ambassador no mabi. Oh so say yenti an IMF farmer command say. Na so mama yenti an say mama command say minority mboa ni pass 1 billion loan. Ana me boa. Because we must see another bit me stabilize it. I didn't know no kasa fan to me and fan pass 1 billion so see and fan parliament because on him say everything passes through parliament. And to bet me state mon fast are part of constitution when call parliament na article 71 no e ho sika ko hodo mun twem because IMF do not IMF do not perception. Oh no, perception. They say I didn't records ni be share kind. What to be say. So I am a bit me challenges channels are holding a call. Say what to make a share parliament say mon pass $1 billion loan. And yes, sir, full no a cost more. Automatically, you know, say IMF you cannot pass anything with your power. It will still pass through the parliament. And until now the account say Michel Munusme article 71. Every mododo. Someone penny say between no mudi ebeko free SHS ne so. na mu wi na ma publish na omanfo na hu se MPs ni ministers ni protect your mo musika ene de beba om ho chen free SHS no because they yamamu two agreement either say mo be ya cancel article 71 na ye save free SHS and I say begu free SHS na mo afa article 71 eti ha no omanfo no be hu se leaders ni enti no mo ho announce omunti no mo ho. So there are so many ways to kill a cat. Me, IMF, I'm happy they are here. Because ebe boa me service kana ye overspend it. You overspend this cash you hushi. But they will come and regulate it. No sort in the baby na also pay scale no. And was remember we sika dia me match dia was ye. Any the answers obey. One show. Who now do to me call? Who himself to me control mine na call no. Ono dia sort in the baby. And ono so say answer na me di me sika be ma o dia. Me fa sika ma o na onko hye no. Ana me fa sika ma o. Na onko use no anyhow. Me di sika ma wo dia, me be kira wo dia ye wo man mu, ene dia menye. E na wo se wo pe na wo koye. Eno ti IMF super so save your mind na. Those are the things because some boy make sure say from salary basis and everything to make sure say this is the income ba o man nim. Eti mu be hu wo ho so the mismanagement ni so mu be hu wo ho. Sa dia we wi o man no. Eti sa dia mo ma yem push o mo ye mienu. Ene ama ni mienu na ye hu say wi o man no. Free SHS. Any IMF etimo penia ye be free SHS ne fio na ma continue mo article 71
but mind you free SHS no sika senya na yabo it's about 7 billion
yeah
80 consider na beka say wi o man no because o man ye hia be 138 billion annually. That's a free SHS.
Magjerry, let's drop of 4,000.
Free SHS, no. Yes, sir, free SHS as in na. Sika senya.
Well, who said?
You should say free SHS.
Free SHS policy ne so. I believe say omo baswa. E was say omo di omo saka. Because me maka de bia say school ni die. E was say wo for mo mba no ko ni free. Na de ni e be di so say wo say aban san fama no ndi. Baby obeda so aban san fama no a. Automatically no ebe miayen. Eti adenti na yem bia mu say yem obi anko ni secondary school on the region. My beka asem we have several times. I am a fisher ni nyina ma yen. So obi antena ni klom no anko ni secondary school. Wo central regional ko secondary school e ben. Because school ni yaka say ebi ni ho a A class school. Student na eba school nim ene ni made. Because achimota o we nya 10 once na ekọ na o ya ma won kọ ho. Eti wo student no una oma school ni good. Eti wa ofri na lerigu north. We do 10 once aba achimota no sa 10 once so do na lerigu secondary school a. Untumi mbo no so no mba national maths and science quiz. Embe wini. Na nke ho school no so nko nenim. Na nke ye ntwa boarding school yi mu. Esa se baby a school for ne da. Light bill, water bill, any sa nyaman we class school fees na aban afa no. Any aduane omudi. We sin bibia. We sin bibia. Etianum na wose yes system yes sasa nyama na will be able to save money as well. Afeni a build the economy na gina ne nan so. IMF so ba. Oni de so mucha article 71 no e ka ni nyina. So moma ministers no bia yusu ni sika fantofu o. Politician bia yusu ono ni sika fantofu o. Coupon no ebe ye omuntwem. Me e ma coupon. Me e ma sa fuel allowance sa nyama because enipa no oyi ni transport ana oyi fuel no e free ne salary ni mu a obefele oman for no supin. So once this thing is benefiting them no there is no way ombeka say omo get rid of sa enyama way. But I think IMF can do us that help by giving them those two options. Either say be try free SHS no and ambeko parliament na article 71 mo ye hu adwuma mo fa baako and no I think say it will help us a lot.
Okay, mame kwa amano so na eye Abraham Wafo, Deputy Communication Director of the NDC, awo eye Oti region. O can be say omo create Oti region no minister and deputy at the hotel for 4 years. Iti sana woka.
Ekaisa, sana me allergy.
Sana wale.
Sana me kai, sana me kas me so omo da hotel for omo security ni drivers nyina.
Beba.
Sana me kai.
Do you know for a fact?
Yes. For a fact.
So one more that hotel for 4 years.
4 years. The minister and deputy 4 years.
Okay, regional minister no ahomano so.
No problem.
It's Honorable Joshua Makubu. Ewo ahomano so ma yembisa no. Honorable Majo.
Yeah, yeah. Mchai tefu nyina.
Etiofo jo so pa na bibia ko yie de. Now conference and us. Yeah, and I've made sure I'm a whom you.
Oh, conference. Let me move.
Okay, no problem. Okay, we have a call. All right. And you know, Chris, one of deputy no more drivers. Number the hotel for 4 years after the creation of a year OT region.
Pius. Now, Minia Abraham Boafo. Say what me who kwan abedra akra no nanka ye nyina beji bi say 1 2 3 4 there at least enu de nka we sua but okay say 4 years mintimi who baby are all started 4 years.
Okay, now 4 years also 4 years. Now 4 years oka a year former OT regional minister 80 oba yan records be available say former OT regional minister, you're the first regional minister of OT Oda Eye Hotel for the 4-year term.
Me person make an say, you created OT region 2018, I inaugurated May or so 2019, and so power minister and say on the idea of OT region. And the minister no office part of 2019, 2020. By February 2021, now minister no free office. In the over 2019, even assume say a full year, and 2020 minister no one to office for 4 years. Nti yeni Abraham Boafo eka 4 years asama. I say 1 2 3 no na we nsuabi. What in America?
I'm following the argument.
Yeah, the 1 2 3 for 1 nsuabi. And again, I better make an say minister na eba first now. Oba beye ejumano. Yes, ampa say from the beginning obey say the first 3-4 months no. But now, Bosachu. But by the time I will prepare, coordinating director and the building via MC, I'm moving the residence. Abba one more renovate the MC residence. Award and by now. Regional minister MV call MC residence and all. Me ma kono honomu. Akwatiano, ma kono honomu akwa meeting. Or man penny His Excellency Nanado Danko Ekufado. Eba no so ekwada MC residence one of my minister's residence bibia me TCC nti oka say minister Akwatena hotel for 4 years ntro and I say 1 2 3 na onimbi and such people should not even be responding to them. One, in the case of ABA minister no etu kwan FA regional capital no na oko any district capital say Nkwanta Paso KJB Jasikan and I say Biakuya abay any residence for regional minister in all the district capitals regional minister baye ejuma honomu. So it's possible say APA 1 or 2 days minister ne bet na honomu or better hotel na waye na ejuma nte seriously near Abraham Boafo Ekano, I take serious exception to that. Minister Ekana said me, excuse me to say, or your lawyer wa be pa wa bobra or serving as voter regional minister in the past, or be Ghana's ambassador to Togo, and sana oba hanumanti ebano financial management and utilization of funds or tiasie esene Abraham Boafo nyina onko enkoye bibi to say bia causing financial loss to the state. But Akoye say NDC need there. I can forgive him because him say I did almost driving on and propaganda na a true deal with the Munkan Samina Abraham Boafo say from 2019 to January, May 2019 to January, February 2021. No, who say 1 2 3 years and 4 years. Okay. And again, my person as I say, some are now renovating MC Bangalore. Done by regional capital minister no movie into the MCE Bangor. Into me as a regional minister, there's no record. There's no record. Mississippi, there's no record. Our regional coordinating councillor, HSA, Ambassador Owusi Ebua, our former regional minister for Oti region, Watana Hotel for 4 years.
Okay. Now, say residence na mo no mon rent, a renovated residence na mo upgrading in a regional minister no.
Yeah, residence nanga MCE for Karachi East occupying renovating and a minister room. This is my appointment. My best attachment on in March 2021. Ohona mete anope ohona midi fufu and sana mako officer mako ye juma se meba be hu bi wan krama yede maximum me ba akrai.
Okay. And you open up fufu pa.
Anope fufu there. Say my school at Center Regent and the meaning be papa.
Oh, okay, that is correct. But Minister, mo face any infrastructural deficits be within the OT region? A new region, barely 3 years in the.
Oh yeah, bad infrastructure deficit. Yeah, facing infrastructure deficit. All spheres of life, but you know. A journey of 1,000 kilometers, beginning with the first step. Now, you want to my regional capital. And you mentioned the regional capital. And you say all the regional departments, every region, no more. So, see, I mean, no, can say, you regional health administration, you regional federal rules, you regional health directorate of agri. The regional coordinating council building also no. My Fahonomo area and my team is also at the completing stages. And by then, I am moving in. Most of the organizations no mobile. The innovation area was the municipal assembly. No, we are managing it. Even though you say it is the way we want it, but then. That is how the beginning of everything I think managing a and one of the main reasons why now can say you pay regional. Then you say you never vote for a one to copy that up to this run from say the place was so totally neglected in terms of fact writer in our secondary schools. Our basic schools, health infrastructure, and then I see for. They are started being kakra, but it's not up to the way now it would have been if attention had been given to it from that. Until what if for a near so when I like Oliver Twist. Yes, so this for more than a bear within the next few years, you know. I bet you can say. The major reason why OT was created, has been completely fulfilled. But so far, so good. We are on the right track. Solve infrastructure problems to a very large extent.
Okay. Omanpenny akase mubenya ajeje fuadan ene court atemuadan beye enine within the region. So far, saying that I have wanted here because I don't want penny candidate. Let's just say at the end of a year, next year, no, SS had any team year crowd.
Yes, at the end of yesterday, we had only one circuit court. As you see, we are asking for another circuit court our region. I mean, no, can say the high court and in the Bangalore, our done by no. Work has advanced and mathematics is over 60% complete in Tempara. Since the contractor is last site, Jumano, no every. So we are looking at Jokwa Kratin Shumburusa out of our other initiatives. No, the court building, no, they have renovated it and also it's now into full action. Court now resuming city. So the other ones, normal, normal to come, people to be big, ready. A culture assembly, they have to ensure, say, land availability for government projects, So when they unfold, the various districts here, the Beko. But so far, I can tell of the High Court, they see any judge in the Bangalore, Karachi is higher than by now.
Okay. Honorable Joshua Makubu, Uchi Regional Minister. Yeah, that's honorable.
That's
you.
Abraham
Boafo Haba. Nagobo Bedru Accra, why? Honorable Joshua Makubu, Uchi Regional Minister near Tenekano. Sami Beba, but what's the information in your fact?
Fine. Magary,
and
no, in
content
assessment. In content assessment.
What do you mean by content assessment?
He didn't. Did that subject matter?
University Ben now go here. Content assessment about
ordinary subject matter.
Subject matter.
Ordinary say minister now hotel.
Subject matter near there.
Duration. Duration is a mistake. No, it doesn't mean that.
Mistake.
You see,
I see minister and concord that hotel.
You see what I be okay.
I see immediately. One casa minister in that hotel.
Or see Bosachu or minister or the creative region for the first 3 months. No, or the minister in the Bosachu hotel or Damai minister now for 3 months. And I know I say after the 3 months the minister no continue.
MC
it is a lie because yes. Oh, I'm telling. I mean, we are a politician. I'm telling you. You listen to. I'm also a ground person. It is a lie because former MC never the Jilima.
You lie in the free. You can use it is not true. So that's the appropriate word.
You see, when you were speaking, he said that maybe didn't throw the line. What is the difference?
Maza.
David, you don't treat me this way.
I shouldn't treat you.
David, you don't treat me this way. When Onukazana was me boy.
So Kasa me draw attention. No.
David, Onukazana was me boy. When he also lied, I'm telling you, he lied. You don't want me to tell he lied.
But don't say it's a lie.
The only kinds of lie there's a lie, you see.
And you're rightful to say that.
So, but he said I'm lying, but
I say you're not correct.
I just don't correct that.
What court to that?
There be no correct a lie. What's the difference? There be new court.
Of what the meaning you reading law, but you share the more.
But
usually, no, and you're radiogenic. So Obeka say we can't throw an answer your way, but Obeka say and you're not correct.
So what?
Why? There are two different things. We have degree in communication studies.
Why the preferential treatment?
You should understand what I mean.
Why the preferential treatment or the discrimination? You
discrimination. Also, now, okay, what you're trying to you're correct.
Honorable Gilman, not if you own answer the 2020 election, no.
But the point has been established, even at the end of the year, is not up to 4 years.
The duration, fine, admit. The duration, I admit. But what I'm saying is the creation of hotel, and no Honorable Makubuna Maker, the former and the deputy, no creative region, for the 2 years now, almost city office as ministers, they slept in hotels. And now, I mean, what flow for the water testify Kilimanjaro and Gateway, and our hotels are down on Quanta. For the 2 years now, almost free are buying so on Honorable Makube take over. And honorable no, the then former DC of Dambai, not on no residents are honorable Makubu no Timusesiano. The new DC now, or no, Nifia honorable Makubu Tino. Okay, so he is my brother. He personally said so. Me massive fear, he has a how on Dambai or a Dambai boy or a former Karachi is constituent secretary. Do on also on a personal house. Do on he has willingly opted or no better than the fear. And then an into the movie. Honorable Joshua Honorable Joshua Nkono better hotel for the 4 years I obey minister.
What do you know? Better say. I need 100 916. When you're okay, no. 916. But Honor was a nice person.
Oh no, he's my good friend.
A nice person. Okay. My other story about time because you may have calls and more final comment before we leave. 03022435540 030225790 and your stories are actually MPP conference and matters arising. You discuss what TUC a caution IMF ya yekwe ehu bia bo say ususu say some of the programs or policies are being ashas implemented dada one the teacher where the pro-poor policies no ho beka na ho ka do you where ade a obedia tum say ho beka ana say ho nka say the TUC fo aka say wo mo de wo ma adwumayefo no aba nim kwan hyehyɛ bi ebekwa etia eye adwumayefo and the TUC ane wo mo ntwe ne ba ko ne entwe no kyena sen ene etie de ma me yekɔ han na yenje wo so adwen kyerɛ madwo yeti ano yumre hello but wa homa de mu nya kra
oh be ye
kasa bitio
mencham wo fa ja ko former energy minister na mencham Mr. Sound Zumlayo Penino or Boyduma. Yami Kanyana is IMF for Nisanya and Afen Yabeko. Jacobia and I mean, yes, was there. Yakako Jadis Track and Sibia Batia, what he said. Maybe I am a young fact my for the BCC, BBN, and in Kina, Matrasia, for more years, Shayano. And the mayor was there, I didn't know what the man as well, I should be on 2 years old. Because someone say, or however, and another COVID-19 by or managing ye. And the amount woman, woman will say, your hobby and Abba. And the Yadi woman, the ever call a you because she be able to say, yeah, the stand should be back 2 years. So, Madam Yashua say,
okay, but that's it. I mean, for next time, maybe I my joy.
Yeah, near Mike, net saying,
Oko, you too.
More than pound. Nakupon shirao. Mre anopa easy. Oh yeah dear. Ekanda anyway, mamitia mi NDC no wakasa papa. Ana Harry Otu Kessie incoming constituency chairman ayawaso. Minia share your best NPP communicators. You see, ana quite a small bar. Mukasa crash say, Sema Wasamoka. Hey, IMF. Muna Musiasa Banya Sepi. Or yes, super incompetent. Now, wouldn't Mamma Mubu and Oko IMF. Namu Dianu Yasronku. IMF for the end Yeka, Mike. To the kind of Wasia Passe, and this IMF for home, and MPP IMF. Hey, Milia, President Mahama Popusia 56 billion. She said, "Yeah, this is President Muhammad. They will memoir. A fact will be Ghana 4 December say, Pusia boy a good, Mudia Kosia get fine our boss side our be won't memoir Mudia Kosia fine. Massa Pusia 270 billion. It's Ghana 4 December say, Nasi Kano way, Mudia Mamma will be 8 years, and yet to man net, and yet to make China.
Yanko, you need me for offer from Ajo. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's it. We didn't baby a casa free. Okay. Yeah, that's
I tell you, one who say, in a Ghana year money, and I drink you are John Damanama. The review Kai for a custom, when HS or so we review. I did look at the MPP for catcher.
The Kaipa.
It is a company set and there. It be a requirement. IMF, but education or Tremor. That dear John Mamma can't for money. So, Dika and I won't dick.
This is a woman cast answer.
They be surely say, Sana Beba. One will say, about way not my dear. The one who said, Adamwa worry a patreda. Na Ebiana Casani be Abua Canis, no waja, Adina to or na, or try to obey me. Adam Hita Mambu, Abua Cabani. Because freighters now pursue Chumuna won't meet. And no, I say, or Koyidia share IMF for say, in Camedi and Came Boabe, according to your IMF on a description of the mine. Freighters, yes, yes, yeah. So, a man will be our services. I say Ediana, I didn't eat
Okay.
say actually so in Buye.
Medase.
I will ban na the young one.
Medase. Bamemfa from Emma. Beba Jomajo.
Yo, me just one of my day.
Yes, sir.
Yo, who never menu? I'm going to fit a behavior some hangers.
Okay.
Yo, one of my day. Oh, what about my nepa? Don't want about some. Yeah, Cassa. Even I Ghana for politics like the same. Let me tell you, I saw a master plan like in Tampo. I'm not watching and of a key. And the college is Rumina. The newly appointed Alabama elected for the first moment. On my MPP. Now, yet in to the 8th. Now, let's say, more by hopefully be that and for a bit as soon. I'm not sure motion you see your park and so on. No more in a near one winning or Lucy. When we call Lucy, when you are winning. Young Kay, whom nothing and Oma. Breaking the 18 and you're easy. But you because and this. I am a Piaqui. I am a in Cassia. Because I say, Yak of 19, and it's how you pay a year. And can you get another book on tap? But you see, I'm almost so many negotiating. You almost did the because you ain't cut. You can't fear the case in that normal career. And you're the McGee at the Basada. COVID-19 is kind of buy up to now. I'm out for that soldier.
Okay. Medase. Mamefa will say, Medase, Namishra. Mamefa last but one. Majoy.
Just my Jerry.
Yes, sir, you too.
We are cafe phobia near me because African Tamanto.
Okay.
I'm a mom in your MPP Nino or Kasai, Papa, Mamita, Doctor Yao Edichu, and the Honorable Boache, Ejakuma, Mikijin for, and I just could have from Pong. Mike, I am a fast Samuya, Piniano and DC for by and now say, you say MPP DA different from NDC. Now, what do you mean? My Gary, tough education once a while, maybe a bit of saying. The penny for a by the DMD Chairman and another be chant toward the Antissa, my Jerry 2017. Yeah, IMF and any IMF. But oh, then you IMF. Any different education by a common sense. In your BBN way, basically, a different from what the BBNC, with BBN with BBNC, we have said, Fana baby, and in penny for us, say, and all money, and quite a moment, now she is here, do second and ko baby I can now go went to your sobolo. And looking your mouse, you do really talk to say men penny paid my but we are not to be different.
Okay. That's it. That's it. Mamefa we Mebacho Majoy.
Yeah, bro.
Yet you.
Majoy.
Yes, sir.
Ayiko yama wajuma pani yajuma dene. One na no mama oma untimi dwane questions no. Wakwa we oye.
Na odwane wenwane o decide say onya no.
There be na say no you know your questions. Onum say what the baba. Inti one fam was so no say question bia dey ya no. Inti na say o balance free so. Mike, Yamisha Edumapa oye. So yenyina ya hoden ne o communication papa interview a we are de na Justin Kudu awini ye. Ichia yura Justin Kudu Kofi Apalo mitia no unu nsa Apalo do ye minipa. Na Apalo ba ya obebuka nse na ninu ya okoya ninu ya ba wo show so a odwane ye no. Wa musa no kwose ne entie. Wa nyiwa no. Ono so Apalo nso ninu ya no. Mike, unim your friend said, "Me fa wo mre kakra bi Mira Justin Kodua one your chairman. Mesre ne say, "Niema problem ba MPP head office wo. Den chokwa ba ye nyina no ye IT. Utie me?
Ankasa yeti o.
Me say ne den chokwa ba party office wo yawada na ema ye from Jubri house so den tokwa ba problem ni nyina no IT for no nti message Justin Kodua am dey fa wa fidi kezi so IT for na wo office wo na wonyi wo nyina wo na sesa abon no na di problem ba no metimi a mention names ni nyina wa fidi so amambe no na be personal
no problem
problem say see party office wo na ye IT for no nkɔfo sɛ da kotua sika ne yɛde ama ɔmo ebi ahafo a yɛnyi ɔmo nyinaa mfiri so na menka nkyɛ Kofi Apalu sɛ ɔbɔ ne ho mmɔden ɔmpɛ party bi ɛmfa ne ho no ne 100 years a ɔntimi mma power da bia meda so ka nimdeɛ a ɔde ba no ɛdɔɔso wɔn sɛ Ghana yɛ sika yi magyɛre yɛntwa mfiri baabi a ɛnso de bia yɛ ho kyerɛ yɛnkɔ kyɛ sɛ ebia ne mmerɛ bi wɔ hɔ a wotwa sika ne ma ogum a yɛdi biribi ɛde a no deɛ ebia no deɛ minim but nyɛ saa yɛsi de ne ɛnkɔ baabi a magyɛre mo se agenda 11 yɛhwɛ yɛ persisting 16 regions nti yɛntimi nya kolebu anaasɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ G region bia benya G ana region bia benya kolebu hospital mienu pɛ na yakase okromu a na makɔfa agenda ho asɛm wusi 100 and something hospital ɛwɔ mra sɛ CS okra mu ntimi nsi 10 number then am be 2 years asi mako 100 and something no wɔ mra yɛ per standard of ebia yenya hospital kolebu yenum sɛ ne standard high G yenum sɛ ne standard high munya si 16 hospital ya mo sɛ adwuma ne nyina kogu jubiri aso agye fikɔ adwuma manu sɛm na mo tɔn wɔ enso mo ntimi nyɛ okay mo yɛ 16 no region bia wɔ kolebu anaji a enti mo nya hwɛ sɛ MPP din bɛka how forever
okay
ntimi anye mpo aban bi ba o ntimi twam
meda say so obi tɔn bibi o Jubilee House de ye ni ho adanse ɛwɔ ha eche meda say wɔ hɔ okay Matthew for all right I had a made a call so no video say Yankopon show me final comments Abraham Wafo yes sir
we dear yaka bebre atie for ne yebetimi ne yaka is it the middle bia me ka say NDC ne MPP yakwa say ensuo no nsa mo anu mo matestie mo hu ne enyu na ede President Mahama wadi president da ana kufu ado so monjini di osro nyame se ko methodist so oko presby o catholic o pentecost ni obi nim na asori o monjini di ananda mo agina di gidie no atonsuom President Mahama yobi a maso na hweda manhunu nsemu adwuma manhunu odo magana oba power. It is not about President Mahama and family and friends, it is about Ghana and intina babia nwanwade a President Mahama ya magana hanomo no atimiasi sanko de abusiafo o de akonno ne nyama bonishe ni timu anka wantime ene waye no tine waye no o sadi no ho ba 2024 be sramo momma President Mahama kwanya nobody president say Nana Akufo-Addo was sell mana tete panza but minim say with President Mahama and a formidable team I for me in the next government no will correct the current mistakes man you be peja Ghana up to a very good level obia be safa ntoma pa as a Ghanaian
meda say Samuel Ayukwe
media we dey chat to ni say oman no say dia akwakoye no ye dey fee say ye more taxes na e kire bebi eje loan free say ye wo collateral ye na ye wo bibi ebetumi di etua nti esa na e more oman no ho kire no esan say o pilot taxes na ebema eniama akosoro a afi obi hu ahun kire na edeba enu nti media the country itself ye here a leadership and I believe this as a leader it change and a leader niama oye etumi sesa ye hu betumi aton esa say eniama bebre ho no mo a say bibi te say child benefit ya me boss Kofi Akpalu kan wa asem de bie Mark Jerry scan e bi be ko obi abotom obetumi de bia ye nedwuma oti ase oh mamienu ye man 200 buso me 400 de kra na dokunu no to say every month bi onim say aban be man 400 man di ashim yes I know no so be expand obeto ebro obetua tax wo so the be mas kana bo man nim na office America mu ye omu fa kwan ben so no mu use human resources they push scan show man nim man crofo no mu dia ye adwuma na interest ya gi omu interest na agi omu taxes no ma ya man fo nya adwuma omu dia hwan le tua tax Ghana ya hu kire nyina ne so omu tua tax ni sa eno omu tua tax ni doso omu ton ade anajo obi anje omu tax omu ye tax adwuma daytime pay revenues e wo kromu a ye nya time in pay system a ye de be gi revenues no enti na de bi e na mo pay loan no because loopholes ne doso ye betumi esi loopholes yi otimi ase nso obi benefit from the loophole enu nti osi enye yi wow enti no if we seize all the loopholes na I believe say ye betumi save internal generated funds dia ye niama wo ye mem
all right Samuel Ayukwe also made that same Samuel Ayukwe eye Liberal Party of Ghana Central Regional Chairman out in Kanum. And Abraham Boafo ye Deputy Communication Officer the man. My member positions in the year. I don't know when Abraham was that. Deputy Communication Officer Oti Regional or aspire to become the Secretary, Deputy Secretary. Ewo Oti Regional Abraham Boafo. And now also what's in Kano. Bide de Magarius AGYEMANG Abdullahi Dasmani Ayos Bide Banse na omi obine wa omo nebo mi chidom. Pesa Bwaji mi channel manager mi supervisor and a Dr. Father Dixon na executive producer. The general manager Aje Kennedy Asante Osei and na Ebony Chidom. Na yo Kwabenanto all the way from OT region on the rep or no so bebo mi chidom. Ebusu amidi jumedi ne so chena ebo 5:30 aminu beshia ewo Ghana Montiesu we need 100.9 ya meka say Yankopon enshuro bibia DJ Bosco eba bebo onyom nyami shuro bibia